Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And hello, guys. I'm Al Hadi bin Bujang of CITDS Unimas. And today I'm going to share with you uh, about Microsoft Teams Classroom 1, in which I will cover on how to create a classroom in Microsoft Teams. All right. Um, Before we start, let me share with you a brief limitations on Microsoft Teams in education. In Microsoft Teams, we can have 5,000 members in one team, which means you can create one team and you can put 5,000 students in one team. But one user can only create 250 teams. And in one video or voice call, you can only have about 250 people joining your meeting in one session. And for assignments and a OneNote class notebook, if you're using it, it may support up to 200 students. So my suggestion to you, if you are having more than 200 students in one class, perhaps you could um, create one teams for all your students and separate teams for different groups of students. Let's say you're dividing them into tutorial groups or classes by groups and so on. To access team, you log into your Microsoft Unimas Microsoft portal, office365.unimas.my, and then once you log in, you would see an icon Teams. So click on that icon and it will bring you to this page. In this page, it will display all the teams that you are in. To create a new team, you click on the button Join or Create Team on the top right hand corner, and it will give you one option of to create it, and it will give you an option to create a team. Click on creating a team. So there are 4 types of teams that you can create. The first one is class. For class type, it means that this group is designed for academic purposes, for tutorial classes, for lecture classes, anything to do with academics. The next one we have is Professional Learning Community, PLC. This one is used for if you have a group of educators that you need to communicate with each other, perhaps a group of lecturers or tutors or academicians in one faculty, you can create a group of for that particular purpose. The next one is for staff. This is a non-academic related group, which is meant for non-academicians. And the last one is other groups. Other groups is for creating groups other than academic, other than for academicians, other than for administrative purposes. Perhaps you can create a group for research team, uh, a group for a recreational club, and so on. So these are the 4 options that you can have. Okay. For this time, we choose a class. So the name here, let's say I put as mathematics. Okay. Microsoft Teams. Click next. And it will create a student, it will create a classroom for you. Now you have to search for students. For this purpose, I will invite students. So there are students you can choose from a group, distribution list, or person at our school. So if you have a group of students that you have, perhaps they all are enrolled in one group, you can, for example, you can have, let's say we have a group like this, or you can also start typing a name to choose a group, distribution list, or person at your school, which means you can adding them by groups or by distribution list or by typing the names one by one. Okay, for this purpose, I'll start to add one student or two student. Yes, this is our first student. Then student 2. Click add. Once you are done, then you click close. Now we have created one classroom for your lecture. All right, we have, if you see on the top of the screen here, you have post. This is something like chat. This is used to communicate with your students. Okay, you can chat with them, or you can mention them. Student 1, welcome to. Oh, you can greet the whole bunch of the team by typing mention team mathematics. The next step that we have here is files. In files, this is where you will upload your teaching materials that you want to share with your students. If you see this folder class materials, this class materials is a read-only class, and only the teacher is allowed to add and edit contents here. Students will only be able to view and use the materials in this folder. Other than that, any other files outside class materials are ready to be accessed by students and also they are free to edit and change the content outside class materials. For class notebook, this is where you can set up OneNote. If you're using OneNote, you can create a OneNote class notebook, and it will sync the content from your OneNote class book to your class notebook. All right, assignments. This is where you can create assignments, manage timelines, and add grading rubrics and more. This is a very powerful features that Microsoft has. You can create new assignments, quizzes, or you can create from existing ones. Grades are used to, grades will display all the marks your students achieve from, gets from assignments. All right. If you click at this button, you will see a few options here. Now I want to show to you how to add a new channel. Channel is, you can see it like a subgroup of the main group of your main class, of your main classroom, or you can perhaps divide it. It depends on your logical interpretation on how you can create a channel. For example, I want to create channels based on the weeks the teachings are conducted. Okay. Now, so let's start week 1. Channel name, week 1, introduction to mathematics. So you can add on the description here, and you have option here, standard and private. Standard means everyone in your mathematics or everyone in your teams will be able to access materials in this channel. But if you set it to public, you can only be accessed by the specific group of people within your team. So for this purpose, we leave it to standard. Now it will create the channel for you. And you can create another channel, week 2. All right, now let's see how the students, how it's being shown in from the students' perspective. So this is what student 1 desktop is like. Once he has logged in, he will go to Teams. All right. So now student 1 is able to see the general channel, week 1, week 2, and he or she is already in group or in class mathematics, and he is able to see mentions here, student. All right,